Let's take a look at what happened with Snowflake. Obviously, we outlined that trade last week or a couple weeks ago. We talked about a trade there. What did you make of this? I think, Joe, you kind of hit a home run on this trade here heading into earnings. What are you doing with this call spread that you had put on? Are you keeping it, closing it, putting on a new trade? What are you looking at?
Yeah. You can call me DJ Khaled because all I do is win. No, this was the setup we had going into the event. I was saying we're in the middle of this channel. Makes sense for it to trade up to the upside of the top of this channel. It did exactly that. We put up this trade. We're risking 385, close to a 2-to-1 payout on that trade. So right now I'm just essentially short a put spread. It's fully in the money. I'm very comfortable holding this position because I kind of like this play, even if it were to below 182.5. It seems like at this point would be a good spot to buy it, given the fact that it's at 186. So I'm actually just going to hold it for a little bit longer. Let some of that premium just kind of dissipate out. I do kind of feel like the market's stable here. We talked about where the volatility levels were. We talked about maybe some pullbacks being an area where the bulls are going to come in and buy the dips. So I'm kind of comfortable here, just letting this premium just kind of dissipate, fade away. I got my eye on it, ready to close it if the market does have a little bit of pullback. But I'm very pleased with this trade, and I'd be happy to kind of roll it out, look out into January, look out into March. Sell another put, just kind of keep on this overlay type of a trade where I'm going to use some optionality, collect a bit of extra premium, increase my probability of success to stay long snow.
Yeah, I like that. I like selling the put too if it sort of pull back a little bit. Obviously, keep a close eye on the call spread. Joe's obviously waiting for the max gain to occur, and that's probably the right play. But keep a close eye because you don't have to be too much of a pig. You don't need the full max gain. I never like to hold it necessarily all the way to expiration. If I have a nice winner and the premium or the amount of more gain that I can be had out of this call spread is so minimal, I might look to take it off. And then if I really like the stock, if it's pulled back a little bit, I go ahead and sell a put. All right, next up, Joe, we got earnings. We got to talk more about earnings here. You hit nicely on snow. We have C3, which is the AI play. So this is basically an all-tech show. We've been talking NVIDIA. We recapped Snow. C3, AI is the ticker symbol here. Earnings Wednesday after the close. How are you playing this one?
Yeah, this is another tech play, another AI play. AI has been the name of the market for 2023. Talk about the Mag 7. They're kind of leading the market forward, but really they're the best position to take advantage of the AI trend. That's really why they've done so well. Some of the smaller names, they've had really high valuations. It's been kind of trouble. It's been super volatile, and this is a C3 has been no exception. We've seen a ton of volatility in this one, so it's really high valuation. Of course, you look at this implied move. Yeah, it's pricing in a 12.5 or 12.3% move for the 1 day here with earnings coming on Wednesday, and the average move on earnings is 12.5%. So it's spot on for me. This is another case where I'm going to look at a call spread. Just got slightly in the money. 32.5 call spread, cost $1. Can turn that into 250, so the max gain will be 150. So not too bad risk reward. I much better risk reward than just being outright long the stock, because that's essentially about a 3% premium to outlay here. And we talked about the market makers are pricing in a 12.5% move, so it could be a much bigger. Could see a $3.5 move down easily. So I'm just going to play that market maker move to the upside. Turn $1 into 2.5. Fingers crossed. And if I do hit on that one, I'm going to turn it around and just be happy to be short of put the same way I am in snow. Brian, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, the main point you made here is the 12% implied move and what we've seen in previous earnings. So, a $3 move, you're talking about a stock going from 30.50 potentially down to, let's say, 27.50. Here, you're only risking $1. So to me, I feel like I'm risking maybe a third of the losses only, and I'm getting a majority of the gains to the upside. Let's say it trades up to 33.50 or so. I get a majority, maybe 50% or more of those gains. So I love the risk-adjusted returns. When you look at C3 here, this is a company that has said basically they're spreading out their number of applications they're offering to the consumers. The question will be when earnings come out, have they spread themselves too thin where their margins are compressing because they're trying to get out to more and more applications? Or are they going to focus in on a certain area of artificial intelligence that they can offer out to their consumers that's going to bring them a hefty return and not be spread in all kinds of crazy areas all over the place? Will they start to focus in? That's what I would like to see, and see, revenue growth coming from that, from their subscription-based pricing model here, and honing in on a handful of products that they offer and making those successful. If they do, then I think you'll see that 10% upside potential there and hit through that call spread. So I do just like it from in terms of a risk reward, because there's a lot of question marks coming into this earnings, and we'll get a good idea of where things are going in 2024 on this earnings call Wednesday after the close.
Yeah, a lot of novice traders might think, oh, it's going to go upside, I'm going to just buy 35 call and hit a lotto ticket, and then I won't have to work ever again. I think maybe that'll work sometimes, but I think higher probability trade is really what I'm looking at here. And just going back to the chart, we can see this 32.5 area, it was an area of support. I think that might turn into an area of resistance. I don't think it's going to blow through there. Maybe it will. I'll be happy with this trade if it does, but I think that's a reasonable spot to sell the call. And just in the last month, it's for reasons for bullishness. We got a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. So I just think the trend is working for us here. I really like this nice upside here, and just risk defined. I'm not laying a ton of money out here. Probability is in my favor if we do get a positive result.